enough to issue this warning to the United States while at the UN.
I say frankly to the American statesmen who are now managing the genocide in Palestine that we do not welcome to expansion of the war in the region. But I warn, if the genocide in Gaza continues, they will not be spared from this fire.
Instead of directly dealing with the Iranian threat, the White House has other priorities. Kamala Harris is following Joe Biden's lead by lecturing Israel on a two-state solution.
That's on American soil, guys. This guy is in New York at the UN Center. On American soil.
Frankly, to the American statesmen who are now managing the genocide in Palestine, that we do not welcome to expansion of the war in the region. But I warn, if the genocide in Gaza continues, they will not be spared from this fire.
Instead of directly dealing with the Iranian threat, the White House has other priorities. Kamala Harris is following Joe Biden's lead.
That's on American soil. This is on American soil. This is insanity. What you're about to see here, absolute insanity. What?
If you're a content creator looking to create content consistently while maintaining the highest quality video and audio recording, then you need a platform like Riverside. Riverside is an all-in-one studio.
Police source, beware of Eastern Parkway this Shabbos. I hope I'm pronouncing it correctly.
You got it. You nailed it.
It says a pro-Palestinian.
So, what we're about to see here is one of the most insane things I've ever seen in my freaking life, because they're about to tell Jews to go hide and not come to these protests because they're dangerous. Well, then it's not a protest. It's terrorism. Listen to this shit. This is absolute insanity.
Palestinian protest has been planned for this Shabbos afternoon near the Crown Heights neighborhood. This is
yikes.
This is from today, and they say the Flood Brooklyn for Gaza protest is scheduled at 3 p.m. this Shabbos at the Brooklyn Museum in Crown Heights, and is expected to draw large crowds in support of Palestinians and Gaza. Quote, Jews should definitely avoid the area, a police source told COL Live. There's no intel at this time in which direction the protest will head. Locals should definitely stay away from the Eastern Parkway in that area. Now, the question, of course, is...
It's hard for Jews to avoid Crown Heights.
Well, sure, but the question is this, like, what's this source? You know, I mean, no disrespect.
The question is, now we're telling Jews to hide. There was a similar thing that just happened the other day. The Jews had to hide in the basement. They had to hide in the attic out in New York. They were having one of these pro-Palestine rallies, and they had to hide in the attic. I'm just testing software, people, by the way. Right now, that's all I'm doing. I'm just giving a little bit of content while I'm doing it, but I'm just getting used to this new software so we can start putting out better quality things again and keep the word, spreading out here. So, boom. So does this seem pretty smooth right now? On my end, it's pretty smooth. I redid the buffer software today. Let me know. So now we're telling Jews to have to hide from terrorists in America now. That's insane. Yes, it's running good. Good. How's the transition between stuff going? Like, let me transition YouTube and share it and all that jazz. Minimize that. Share that. Boom. Tell me if that pops over on the screen there. That popped over on your screen, YouTube? Yeah, good. So let's see how that works out when I'll play this video. It's a short one. This guy makes a good point. What I've been trying to tell everybody this whole time.
The Quran does not say go kill all these people.
Actually, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Surah 9.
Have you read it?
Yes, ma'am. In fact, I have it in my back pocket if you'd like me to read it. There are verses like this. Surah 9:29, fight those who believe not in Allah, nor the last day, nor hold that forbidden which hath been forbidden by Allah and his messenger, but impose jizya, which is submission over the infidels. Surah number 5, the punishment of those who wage war against Allah and his messenger and strive to make mischief in the land, which is this is the verse of ISIS that they use because we're making mischief in the land, they believe, and so you can disgrace them and slaughter them. So I get that you would explain these verses away. I understand that. But there are some verses that people that are Islamic have taken to do very terrible, wicked deeds. And I'm thrilled you reject that. I do too.
Yeah, I reject that as well. I think everybody does. But those are the facts of what's going on with this war right now. This war is not going to stop. Everybody's saying get a ceasefire and ceasefire and ceasefire. And
the Quran does not say go kill all these people.
Actually, it does.
No, it doesn't.
Surah 9.
Have you read it?
Yes, ma'am. In fact, I have it in my back pocket if you'd like me to read it. There are verses like this.
Yeah, see, the thing about the software is, though, but it's making my shit run slow as heck. That's the only thing I don't like about it so far, but it's a lot easier to use. This is Restream software, and it seems it's the easiest one to use out of all of them. It makes it easier to overlay the internet tabs on the right hand side while you talk on the left hand side. The only thing is I got to learn how to transition a little better between the two because, yeah, Iran's threatened us on American soil. They came to America and went on TV and threatened us. That's insanity, bro. The UN should be completely shut down here right now immediately after that happened. The fact that they let that happen is just absolutely insane. Everybody's talking about it too. That's the thing. Nothing's being done about it. Is this the one where they had to hide? Watch this. Jews had to hide. And shout out to Tim Pool. Please don't copyright strike me, bud. All the mainstream media is.
Recorded by Andrew Then.
After a speech.
Let's see. It all looks super peaceful, doesn't
on
it,
Bay
guys?
Ridge's Fifth Avenue Saturday when things turned violent between NYPD and ralliers to support Palestine in the ongoing war between Israel and Hamas. We are still waiting on NYPD to comment on the video recorded by Andrew Then.
After a speech to free Palestine was done, the strategic response group, the NYPD, immediately resorted to throwing punches.
Police say they've been telling people to clear the roads just before forming a human barricade and blocking ralliers from moving any further.
We were clearing the roads, and some of the people who were ordered to be on the sidewalk were on the sidewalk and were punched regardless.
Free Palestine! The clash came just hours after demonstrators came out in droves, stretching blocks down that same street, waving flags and
Mike
chanting.
Pence dropped out,
Ralliers
and so
hoping
did
to shed light on the ongoing
Eldridge.
conflict with Israel that
Eldridge,
spans decades.
Let's suppose you own a house and someone just comes and settles in your house. Okay, that's weird, but let's suppose they did it through some force. All of a sudden, every time you get out of your room, they're like, hang on a second. Why are you getting out of your room? Where you got to go? These are what settlements and colonization looks like. This is what they're doing right now to the Palestinian people.
Go to Palestine then. Go there.
We did reach out to the NYPD to get clarification on the events in the video. At this hour, we're still waiting to hear back.
These people in this country want to slaughter us.
I wish for the amazing new iPhone 15 Pro. Sean!
That's insanity.
Do you mean this one?
People literally want to slaughter us, and everybody wants to be friends with them. It's just crazy, man. I mean, you just heard that was read right from the Quran, saying slaughter all the infidels. So it is what it is. So I think I got this streaming technology down pretty well. I'm going to start doing my live streams at night on this. I'll work up to getting a better camera. We'll get some better content going. I'll upgrade on this, upgrade back to premium. I let my premium on YouTube go because they've got me shadow banned, so it doesn't matter if I have freaking premium. It does nothing for me except stop the ads. I don't give a shit about the ads. You can skip them after a couple seconds anyway. So I'm still figuring out how to change the screen up. That's a little different on here than it is on other places. So yeah, all we can do at this point is help these children get ready for what they're about to have to do, because kids, I hate to tell you, but you're not going to have a choice. Like, you think, oh, I'm just going to run. No, it doesn't work like that. So they come to your house to draft you. They're not just going to send you papers. They come to make sure that you're coming, and they know who they're coming after already. They already know who you are, what you're into. It doesn't matter. And you're like, oh, well, I'll just go to prison instead. Well, that's fucking stupid, because the majority of the people in prison think you're all pedophiles, and you're not treated well in prison at all if you even make it the first 4 months of your prison sentence. They don't like chomos in there. They don't like, I mean, a lot of these old school prisoners where you guys will be going for 5-year sentences, which is a prison. You can't do 5 years in jail. You're going to prison for 5 years. That's a lot different than these little jail cells you've set in for your protesting. Okay, these guys are gonna fuck you up. So either way, you're gonna be at war. You think you're like, oh, I get 5 this and 5 that. Yeah, but you get no technology, bitch. You don't get no social media for 5 years. You don't get nothing for 5 years. That 3 square meals a day. Yeah, you're talking like an elementary school cafeteria. Okay. And a pack of ramen noodles is $5. So I hope your parents got a lot of money to put on your commissary all the time, if your pod gets picked to go through the commissary line that day. A lot of times people miss commissary because prison schedules are weird. You get told what to do, when to do it. People are in control of you all the time, every day, all day. You don't get to say no, because the guard will knock you the fuck out, and then they'll lock you in a cell that's 6x6 all day long, every day, all day, for however long they want you in there. Normally you get 30 days your first time doing something stupid. But like I said, first of all, you got to get past the lifers, because you'll be in with lifers. You'll be in with murderers. You'll be in with all kinds of different people. Okay? Got to understand this. They might be in prison, but by the time you get into whatever cell, pod, wherever you're going to be for your full-time stay, before you even walk out of your cell for the first time, at least 20 people are going to know exactly who you are, everything you've ever said on social media, your parents' name, everything that's in your file and why you're there, because they have that kind of connection in there. They're going to know everything about you. They're going to ask you to see your papers, and you're going to show them your papers if you want to prove that you're not there for certain reasons. But when they find out who you are and what you're into, they're going to automatically think you're there for those reasons anyway. Plus, they don't like traitors to their country easy either. There's plenty of felons and plenty of people that are sitting in prison right now that would take their rights back to go fight for their country. Plenty of them. Many of them. Many of the people that are going to stand up to fight for you stupid kids that think this is a game right now are going to be people that have been locked up in prison. Okay? Because they're the ones in America that are ready to do what needs to be done to keep people safe. And we love our country, no matter what mistakes people have made in the past, no matter anything like that. There is a code to being in prison. And the way you act, you won't make it in there. It's not going to be all sunshine and rainbows like you're trying to make it, oh, we'll just go into prison and do 5 years. Like you're going to do 5 years sitting on your head when you've never been locked up in your life. Man, you kids are absolute retarded. There's no other way around that. Absolute retarded. So what they're going to do is they're going to come to your door and they're going to say, oh, don't worry, we're going to put you in a 2-week course and you're going to learn to be ready for what you're doing. Or you can gladly pull big metal shit buckets out of latrines all day long and burn that stuff off. You can stand around the poop bucket all day and burn that off. Or you can cook for people, or you can, do all kinds of things. The military is not just holding guns. If they came to me right now and said, hey, will you go fight this war over there? Nah, bro, I'm not going to go fight for Israel. That's not my fight. I'll fight if it comes here. I'll fight. I'll keep people safe. What all of you need to be doing right now, though, is getting together in your local communities and getting your children ready for what's coming. Because this is your children that the mistakes of our generation made is going to be fucked. Okay, it's your children that are going to war very soon. Have you not seen all of the aircraft, all the military aircraft that they've been sending over there in the past 2 days? It's all over the news if you haven't seen it. It's absolute insanity. Like they sent out 25 units in one shot, like big ass planes, like some of the biggest load carriers that we have. This shit's going down real quick, and it's ramping up faster and faster and faster. We're sending money to both sides once again too. We're giving money to both sides because Hamas has already made it very clear. The Gaza people won't see any of that 100 million. It's theirs. They are the government of Gaza. They've already said this. So, and then you're allowing prime ministers from Palestine to come here and literally threaten the American people on American soil. A war criminal on American fucking soil threatening Americans. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? This administration is treasonous. They are the enemy. They are trying to kill everybody here. Can you not see this yet? Well, no, remember, because they did come here and it didn't work out too well for them. A few of them went to the hospital and they got pushed back in 10 minutes because law enforcement didn't deal with it. The people did. So that's what happens when they bring that shit here. But they're here. They're the next town over, Sarasota, hurting cops, hurting civilians. They've been doing pro-Hamas rallies over there on a daily, for like a week now. There was just a bunch of pro-Palestine people up at the Winn-Dixie town yesterday. When I saw you, I told you about that. They were crying because I got that "Fuck Palestine, America First" sign on the side of my truck. They didn't like that. I don't care. We need to shut the border down and start doing mass deportation right now so we can keep our country safe, so we can get these terrorists out of our country. And anyone that supports these terrorists and thinks Americans should be slaughtered and Jews should be slaughtered, they should be kicked out of the country as well. Plain and simple. That's just the way it should be. This is America. You know, we don't go around saying slaughter Americans and slaughter Jews in America. That's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. This is literally the Nazi war all over again. Literally. It's the same thing. These are the same people. The Muslims allied with Hitler. Y'all know that, right? Pro-Palestine liberals. The Muslims are one of the only people that allied with Hitler. They were one of the first people to ally with Hitler. Now, once again, it's go back to slaughtering the Jews, the impure, the infidel. You know, it's just the same shit right over again. Oh, yeah, not going crazy, because they know exactly what would happen. There are those of us that will not hesitate to die or go to prison if they bring that shit to our communities. This is a community with kids in it, and we keep the kids safe here, and we keep our community safe to the best of our ability. There are some crazy motherfuckers like me that try to draw all the attention to myself and my community so nobody else gets fucked with. I wish there were a few more of you out there doing that in your communities. You know, any of you that got balls out there, get out here and be loud in your community so people in your community are left alone and they can fuck with people like us that can handle what they can throw at us. All the vandalism and all the bullshit. We don't mind having our stuff fucked with to stand for our beliefs. We have what's called conviction, you know, in the Christian movement, in the Patriot movement, in the America First movement. We have conviction, right? Where's the conviction at, guys? Like I said, I don't vote Republican anymore. I vote Donald Trump, obviously. But I do like the new Speaker of the House. I like the way he's speaking. I want to see what happens with the money with Hamas first. Because anyone that's going to fund Hamas, in my opinion, is a traitor to this country because they are terrorists. And they want to slaughter all of us. They want to cut all of our heads off. That's a fact. So I love everybody out here. I hope everybody's well. If anybody sees this video, wonderful. I don't know what happens once I turn this software off, so I guess we're about to find out. Absolutely, man. It's going to be more people need to start taking this as serious as it is, because once we hit the ground and all these other countries start popping shit off, this is going to escalate very quickly. They have about, I say, in the next 90 days, it's going to escalate to the point where they're going to at least be saying draft coming, you know, because we can only do so much. They've already put bans on ammo. They've already stopped civilian sales of ammo. 45% of civilian sales to ammo from the government has been halted. We've gotten all these reports that ammo companies have been sitting on ammo and pretending like there's an ammo shortage when they've got plenty. So all kinds of crap going on. And if you don't know, federal, independent, a lot of different ammunition companies sold their companies out this past week. Like, I think it's like 7 or 12 different ammunition companies sold their company out. So yeah, it's about to get real crazy out here. So if you don't have it, get it. You know, if you don't have it, get it now, because shipping's about to come to a halt. Any kind of international shipping's about to come to a halt altogether. Nobody's going to deal with us. You know, that's what you're not looking at from this standpoint. You're like, oh, war, it's over there. No, this war is going to affect us. These are all of our trade partners. Do you understand, people? These are all of our trade partners that are at war. So, yeah, this is going to, we produce nothing anymore here. This is going to fuck us so hard. We're going to have a shortage on everything. You think inflation's been bad? Wait until you can't get anything but the bare necessities of the crappiest shit, because we're running out of everything. And it's going to happen. It's coming. I love you guys. Be blessed. Everybody have a great night. And I hope this new stream software worked out well tonight. I hope everything came through smoothly. Hoping to have a new camera soon. And love you guys.